Hi everyone, I'm Ella. Welcome back to another shell challenge. This time I'm doing the September challenge by Mina Buckner. I'll include the hashtag and her links in the description so you can find this. It's not due until the end of September. The one of the more recent videos that I posted, the Once Upon a Time a Baby, I ended up accidentally posting that too late and forgetting about it. But I'm posting this one earlier, so hopefully you see this and you'll be able to, actively participate in the little shell challenge too and be able to add your builds to the gallery and whatnot if you'd like to. But anyways, this is a temple kind of ruins. Oh my goodness, that's so hard for me to say. But yes, it's like a temple. It's not based off of anything. I just kind of, I saw the octagon and it's an unusual shape, so I was thinking, how can I make this something unusual, something whimsy and fun? Because I did Atlantis with a shell before, and I was kind of thinking along those terms, but I didn't want to do like another mermaid kind of a thing again. But I was really feeling like old and ancient. I was kind of thinking along the lines of maybe like a abandoned fort or something, like a castle, or maybe something, because I was thinking of Sulani and I was like, no, I already did something in Sulani recently, so maybe I should do something different. I was kind of thinking of like a fort that was overrun by pirates maybe. But then as I was kind of trying to make that work, it kind of just like dawned on me, you know what has really cool old ancient things for real? The Jungle Adventure Pack. So I came over here and they have lots of things in the debug menu that are really cool. And yeah, I made it look like I guess I'm using the word temple, but I have no idea. I don't know if anything at all exists that looks like this structure at all. Or if I think I just completely made this up. But yeah, I really had a lot of fun with the landscaping. I love the way this like jungle area is. It's so pretty. And I like to be really over the top with my with my landscaping. And this gives me an excuse to be over the top, and I feel like it's not unusual because we're in a jungle, and this is kind of making it as if it is, a part of the surrounding area. Because there's just lots of grass and there's all sorts of things going on around, like off the lot as well. And I'm trying to make it as if this isn't a separate lot from the rest of the world. So it's kind of blending in, I hope. That's what I was going for. Either way, it was a lot of fun. And there are some very pretty vines and ferns and trees from the Jungle Adventure. I don't really know the proper names of anything. I'm just like, oh, that's pretty, that's cool, I like that. And then I just add it. And yeah, I got to use the Jungle Adventure, the stone walls, the ones that look like temples. I never get to use that. This is probably the second time I have ever used that wallpaper. I used it once when I was making a pyramid, and yeah, I mean, I guess it's probably kind of weird. I mean, it's the only thing that's kind of like that we have in the game, so I kind of just use that for anything like that. Old, ancient kind of vibes. Oh yeah, an octagon. I was really excited when I saw the octagon. I mean, it's nice when you have just kind of, the random squares and rectangles of just like the structure of what could be a house, but this is something, it's gotta be interesting. Even if you do end up making it like a residential or like suburban house or something, it's gonna be exciting and different. So I'm really excited to see what else people will have up on the gallery. I keep looking up on the gallery like, oh, I want to see. But they will also be on the tour, and I think the tours will be scheduled for. It'll be on the creator's Twitch, Mina Buchner. I think the 28th of September. I think I was looking at it just the other day. I'll have to check, and then I'll include that in the description as well. Oh, and it was the perfect opportunity for this kind of build to add the ivy. Because I love having overgrown ivy hanging from like the ceilings or growing up from the ground, climbing up the walls. I love it. So this seemed like the perfect opportunity to do that. And we've got some ruins. There's ruins in the front. There's those columns that are like toppled over. That's a debug item. And I put those there because I couldn't get the pillar to like connect right. You probably saw it like a minute ago. So that is my representative pillar. It crumbled, and that's why there's one missing from that little spot. I have no idea why it wasn't connecting. But I was able to get the other side to connect. I don't know, and I kind of got frustrated with dealing with it, so that was the compromise. But all the flowers, I kind of delete a little bit of the ivy, I'm pretty sure, because I always go overboard. But it's so fun and pretty. So this ends up being a nightclub. Not that I would recommend making a ancient temple into a nightclub. It seems like that might be not the best decision, but I wanted to just I was thinking, what can I do with this big open space on like the octagon? And then I thought maybe we could have like a dance floor and like a bar, and it could be, that could be all downstairs, and then we can have the second floor. It's going to be open so you can look down at the bottom, but we're going to have just like some chairs and places to sit down and relax. Yeah, so that's me making the shape of the upstairs. I end up making it like we don't have an actual wall, so fortunately your Sims will not fall, but in real life that would definitely be a safety hazard. But it's kind of like people are making do with the structure the way it is, or maybe like they're kind of like, they found this place and they're making a secret nightclub, so it's not like they're gonna come up here and do construction or change it or anything. They just gotta leave it as is, and people go up there at their own risk. I would personally, if I went up those stairs and I saw this gaping hole like that, I wouldn't stay up there very long. I'd come back downstairs. I'm not taking any chances, especially it's not too narrow. Like there's plenty of space for Sims to walk and talk and whatnot, but I know I wouldn't take any chances. I wanted to use the Jungle Adventure bar. That bar is very pretty. I really like how that looks, and I don't use it very often just because it's kind of unusual. But I ended up going with like around the circular bar. I was thinking about doing the Star Wars pack, but then I don't know. I never used the Star Wars pack. I was trying to see if I could use the Star Wars pack with this build as well, because it kind of has like like kind of camp out things, and like not traveling gear, but kind of the things where you might bring with you if you were. Well, I guess it is kind of like camping, because there are tents in the pack too. I haven't actually played through the pack very well. I honestly just got it for the build buy. But I ended up using the Love Struck bar, which is so pretty. It has this pretty is that like emerald green? I'm not sure, but it's so pretty. And then I found these Jungle Adventure bar stools, which are kind of the same color, and I really like that. So I put those two together. And then we have a DJ booth and a little dance floor, but the dance floor is like the center of the temple is going to be like a one of the Jungle Adventure rugs. I'm just so excited. You're gonna see it in a second. I don't know why. I'm just explaining everything. It's like I'm repeating the whole like movie to someone, describing what's gonna happen next right before it happens. So, oh, sorry about that blip. I think I like saved and then I was like, oh wait, come back. But yeah, oh, the debug items. There's so many debug items that are just, the skeletons. I think those might be traps, but I don't think the traps will be working. I bet you could like take this kind of a build and implement the traps. I'm not sure if you can or not. I've never actually tried it, but maybe you can. I'm not 100% sure, because maybe you could have made this like a legitimate second temple that maybe you could like try to solve the puzzles and find a chest at the end or something. Okay, and the skeletons. They line up the door like they're guarding the entrance, and you walk past these creepy skeletons with spears. I'm laying down all those vases, and they're all exactly the same, but I go back later to swatch out the colors and make sure I have something different, or like at least a good variety. I'm just kind of placing things quickly. I pretty much used Jungle Adventure for everything. Except for the Love Struck, the bar, and Get Together, obviously, for the DJ booth. And I think there's something else too. There's probably one more thing. I think I used tables on the second floor that are like circular tables. Oh, there's the rug. It's the little what is that? It's like a compass. It's got a little freezer bunny in the center. I was considering adding confetti. I see the confetti, and every time I see the confetti from that pack, I'm like, oh, I want to use it. Oh, that's the other pack I use. Well, I guess it's the kit, but the Party Essentials kit, because they have the lights and the little fog machine. Kind of nothing too fancy, because I kind of was imagining it wouldn't be like, it's not a legitimate nightclub. It's like a secret nightclub, so it's like not the best quality. Oh yeah, it was that university? It was university for the... I think that's university. For the little tall tables for the bar stools. And you go up here, and then you can see everybody dancing in the center. I put some chairs and some seating and more plants. There's not really a whole lot going on up here. It's just kind of a cool spot to chat with someone and relax. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. Definitely something different that I don't do very often. With the whole jungle vibes, more skeletons. I wanted to use some of like the cracks on the walls, but I don't know. I didn't really feel good about it. I think this is kind of like in a pretty good condition for for a temple. Like maybe the hole in the center is probably intentional. I mean, I don't think they would have been too concerned with safety regulations when they were building this kind of a thing, so things like that. I do add the columns, so I feel like that really put it together. It made it more, because now it made it more like a temple, because now everybody's just kind of like making do with the space that they have. So I had to tweak everything and kind of shift everything over a little bit. So it's really like they just kind of found this place and they kind of set things up. And it's a little bit inconvenient because, you're not really supposed to be in here and doing that kind of stuff. This building was not intended to be a nightclub. So I feel like that really just put it together. I don't know why I didn't think about that when I first started. That just like hit me when I was like almost done. And then I added a little more details on this top part. I just didn't want to neglect it. I felt like it ended up being just a sunroof, I think is what it's called. And it has a giant light coming down from it. And add a little more lightings, only the candles and the disco balls. I'm gonna say the disco balls are battery powered. I don't know if that's realistic or not. I have no idea. Probably not. I don't think so, but well, they're cool, okay? And we need to have some disco balls in our nightclub. Okay, I think I'm just about done here. I think I might just be doing some finishing touches on the landscaping because I don't think I've added the terrain paint yet. I'm really working on my terrain painting skills because I really struggled with that. And that was one of the things that intimidated me so much about landscaping, was just making it look natural, or at least, just like have it blend in for the rest of the world that the lot is surrounded by. But yeah, I'm not really extremely good at it. Sometimes I don't know if the terrain paint can look like the rest of the world, or if there's some kind of secret to it, or not secret, but like some people who are more artsy and creative than I am just have like a better eye for color and like using the terrain paint and really like painting and creating like a whole like piece of art and making this dirt pathway and having it speckled with like a little bit of stones, like how it is over to the side with that pathway. It's not completely a stone path. It's got dirt in it and there's like faded stones. That's really cool. And I wish I was capable of making that, like replicating that and putting that on the lot. Because that's what I tried to do that. But I don't know what I'm doing. I just kind of make up some stuff and I try to make it so it's not completely like just stones. Add some dirt to it. Things like that. Anyways, here's my attempt at making the landscaping more realistic. I hope I set it all the way down to like the lighter setting. I'm not sure what you'd actually call that. I was hoping that would help me make it more realistic or blend in. Hopefully it did. I mean, I don't want to have too much dirt everywhere. And I always feel like it should line the building. I think that's just one of those really little details that I really appreciate whenever I see it. I'm just like, ooh, terrain painting along walls. That's fancy. That's nice details. Oh, and just to make it more, to really emphasize that this is a abandoned ancient temple, I went and I added giant pillars on the ground. We have like a couple knocked over, and I added some to the top because I just thought that looked really neat. Not sure if there's anything in the world that looks like this. Just completely made it up in my head. Maybe there's something in my memory that kind of sort of looks like this, or maybe like a couple of things that I just combined to make it look like that. Maybe I saw something like it in a video game. I just kind of started putting stuff on walls and throwing things on top of the roof, and this is what it turned out like. And it's pretty interesting, I hope. And then I put these two guys over here because I really like those. I don't know what the deal is with those, but deal is with them though, but I like having them there. Oh, and to fit the requirements for nightclub, I added some of the bushes, which count as toilets, and there's a little sink in here. I decided to go with the jungle adventure one just so we can kind of keep it cohesive. Use as much jungle adventure as possible, just to make it as simple as possible. And then I'm gonna go and change the colors of everything. I decided I really like the first swatch of the furniture, but I thought maybe we could make it the same as the chairs, but I also kept the yellow swatches too, just so we had a variety. Then yeah, changing all the pots, making them look all different for the most part, so we have a good variety going on. And here's it at nighttime. And during the day. Here we go. Here it is, our ancient temple. And here's the inside. Okay, do I change something? I think I might have tweaked something. Oh, it's the ceiling. I totally forgot the ceiling. I mentioned this before, but I always forget to do the ceiling. And it just seems like this is the build where you need to have the ceiling done. Especially just like the way this is, and it had to be done. Go ahead and save it. This is on the gallery as Ancient Temple. I'm pretty sure. I think I call it Secret Nightclub here as like the official name. So you know, it's when you put it in your game, it's a nightclub. Anyways, here's the little tour of the downstairs area where everything's going on, the dance floor and the bar. And yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you have an enchanting rest of your day.